So this one is going to be about identifying red flags and building healthy relationships. So many people have such a difficult time with setting boundaries. Why do you think it's such a struggle for most?
I think a lot of us, especially women, are tend to be people pleasers. We've been taught from a young age, to be nice and be a good girl and be a lady and all those things. And if we've come from an abusive relationship with our parents, a lot of times any kind of power or voice has been taken away from us. So we tend to then get in a relationship and whatever you need, whatever you want, because it's safe and there's no confrontation. Some people are shy and they don't like confrontation, but then that snowballs on them. And then it's a power struggle in the relationship. Sometimes it's not safe to be able to use your voice and set up boundaries because you've been shown very clearly by an abuser that if you try and set up boundaries, I'm going to step up my game and then you're going to suffer the consequences.
Right. So when a person does set boundaries and the other individual oversteps those boundaries, what next step should that person do for themselves?
Remember, we had this discussion and this is my hard no. And you seem to kind of be crossing that boundary. And I'm sure you don't mean to. Being able to, again, have that relationship equity to be able to voice, like, you're hurting my feelings, or that really upset me, and being able to talk about that. And if you get pushback, you get abused, or there's danger in the relationship, then it's really probably time for you to maybe reach out to an advocate or a family member, a trusted person, and start trying to figure out how you might safely get out of that relationship.
So what red flags are typically overlooked in relationships?
So, what I hear from a lot of women in particular, oh, he loves me so much, he's overprotective of me. He just loves to be with me all the time. And so I don't really get to be with my friends because, we're together doing so many great things together. That is a huge red flag. If you have to change who you are or the relationships that you had prior to that, and I'm not saying, you know, going out and partying and, things like that. I'm talking about being able to go to your mom's house, being able to go to your friend's house. If that person is impeding on other relationships, that is a huge red flag. That's a power and control tactic.
And what should a person do when they do notice those red flags?
I think if it's safe to have that conversation, then definitely have it. If it's not, and you're starting to see that, you know, you're losing all of your anonymity and you're losing that 50-50 that you thought you had, it's really time to consider getting out of the relationship. If you have a therapist or a trusted friend that you can kind of bring in and say, here's what we're struggling with. But again, if that person isn't willing to go and talk to a counselor and that person just wants to know it's going to be my way or the highway, and it's time.